I'll hold the door, please come in and just sit here for a while. This is my way of telling you I need you in my life. It's so cold without your touch, I've been dreaming way too much. Can we just turn this into reality? 'Cause I've been thinking about you lately. Maybe you could save me from this crazy world we live in. And I know we could happen, 'cause you know that I've been feeling you. Storms, they will come, but I know that the sun will shine again. He's my friend, and he says that we belong together. And I'll sing a song to break the ice. Just a smile from you would suffice. It's not me being nice, girl, this is real tonight. 'Cause I've been thinking about you lately. Maybe you could save me from this crazy world we live in. And I know we could happen, 'cause you know that I've been feeling you. I know you want me. There's no other love that I'd rather have. No, there ain't no one else. I want you for myself. I've been thinking about you lately. Maybe you could save me from this crazy world we live in. And I know we could happen, 'cause you know that I've been feeling you. I know you want me. I've been thinking about you lately. And maybe you could save me from this crazy world we live in. And I know we could happen, 'cause you know that I've been feeling you. I know you want me to. I know you want me to. Oh, ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da.
An alien lands on Earth and is immediately robbed of the only things he's wearing, the remote to get back to his planet. Wondering desperately, the alien learns he must wear clothes, which he steals from couples making out in dancing cars. He also learns he needs to notes, buy food, and he needs to learn a human language, which he can only do by holding hands for 6 hours. One day, the alien whose name becomes PK, after people think his bizarre antics mean he's drunk, gets knocked down by a rustic musician named Byron Singh. So Byron likes the strange guy and thinks he's longing for a woman. So he takes him to a bordello. Here, PK holds a girl's hands all night, and thereby her language, Bhojpuri, is transmitted to him, finally enabling him to express himself. PK tells Byron his valuable remote has been stolen, and Byron tells him to go to Delhi to search for it, but in Delhi, PK is only chased away by unsympathetic cops. People brush him off, telling that God knows where his remote is, and seeking God, PK now goes to temples, churches, and even in mosque. But he's utterly confused as each has different ways to worship and have different rules. So PK can't find God and starts handing out pamphlets seeking the divine. This is how he meets Jugu, a TV reporter who saves him from being beaten in a temple, then follows him to the lockup to learn his story. Jugu is shocked to hear that PK's remote is now with Mr. Tapaswi, her family guru, but is determined to get it back for him using his straight, simple, clear questions and honesty as weapons. Using PK concepts of wrong numbers to the divine against fake god men, she convinces her channel head Cherry to produce a show pitting PK against Mr. Tapaswi. PK meanwhile has fallen in love with Jugu, but can't say it when he learns she's broken-hearted, thinking her Pakistani boyfriend Sarfaraz, who met her as a student in Belgium, had ditched her, which Mr. Tapaswi had warned her father about and which caused a huge family rift for Jugu. Meanwhile, Byron catches the thief who had looted PK's remote and brings him to Delhi, but both perish in a terror bomb blast which leaves PK shaken. In the TV show later on, Tapaswi challenges PK to tell the truth of Sarfaraz's story and take back his remote. PK reveals how a mistaken letter and not religious differences parted Sarfaraz and Jugu. Cherry rings the Pakistani embassy in Belgium live on TV, and Jugu and Sarfaraz are reconciled, after which PK wins back his remote. PK is escorted by Jugu to the desert, where he's called his spaceship, and as he leaves, she discovers he loves her, but PK has also learned to lie and says he's carrying back various sounds from Earth, where in fact, his transistor tapes only contain Jugu's voice. She later writes a book on PK, saying how much she misses him and how he gave her two great gifts, her father's love and Sarfaraz. PK returns to Earth 1 year later with a new research team also containing Ranbir Kapoor as an alien. The movie does not question the need for religion, neither does it question the existence of God. It does not mock on any religion, rather it mocks the practices and blind faith that goes into the same. It does not question the core tenets of any faith, let alone Sanatan Dharma. It actually preaches that man does need to pray to God and that God does help. So PK reminds us to use fresh eyes and a new perspective and tell us that the way it is can so much better if we are willing to fix it is. It reminds us that questioning ourselves and the deeply rooted preconceptions around us is not just timely but necessary. People have the right idea. We are only a few questions away from salvation. If some people are using religion to spread hate, it is in us to use it as a tool to spread love. So, the film conveys that spirituality and skepticism are related instincts, not opposing forces. To question is not to condemn, and PK questions to get closer to God, not to discredit religion. He does not question faith itself, but the rituals and rules and outwardly trappings.